Blessed be all of my beloveds out there. I am Astarius Miraculii, and today I have come to share something that is very personal, that reflects my vulnerability and reflects my deepest resonance of intimacy. I want to share with you, and do share with you, the letter to my goddess, she who I am calling forth. And receive this as if it was the most personal, powerful, important resonance of your own, because even though I've written it to my goddess, who I'm calling in, I think that it's a universal piece having applicability to all of us. My sweet woman goddess, I summon you as the personified nectar of Goddess at large. We are spiritually, mentally, emotionally, physically, sexually, creatively, and economically compatible. I love who we are. In flesh, I know not who you are or where you are, yet I know that you are. I call you forth in the name of every sacred love dance throughout eternity. Wherever you are, I send you my love, my support, my peace of mind, my wisdom, my creative juice, my pulse of abundance, and my every empowerment. For I love who you are. Sweet goddess of mine, I have inhaled your essence on the wings of my breath, and we have flown in the land of dreams. Dream awake with me our togetherness in flesh and sacred blood, that we may now express our shared life purpose, bringing ascension to all. Let us be the universe finding itself through our joining, loving itself through our joining. Let us be the universe keeping sacred company with itself, feeling safe with itself through our joining. Let us be the universe honoring, empowering, enriching, and perfectly accepting itself through our joining. And let us be the universe standing by itself in the face of any and everything through our joining. The ring of our bond is the circle of eternity, which has no ending. We are the microcosm of the celestial marriage of God Goddess the macrocosm. I, the man God, with all the passion of heaven, call you forth, my woman goddess. Come swiftly unto me. Our time is now. The universe has called our name. I love you and dream you awake into my life. Thank you for coming with nectar dripping from heaven. Astarius Miraculii. And so this letter is something that I wrote a while ago. It's also a selection in my book, Miraculii, Song of Ascension. And I was talking just a little while ago with my dear friend Leah Denmark, and I shared that with her. We were just talking about the relationship dance, and I shared it with her, and she was so deeply moved, and she said, "Oh my God, I'd love to see that in video on YouTube." And I had a flash prompting that it was time to put it up. And in that moment, I had completely forgotten that I had put it up once before, but then had taken it down. And I took it down because I think I had some measure of the expectation of desperation, even though I was not fully conscious of that. And so I took it down off of YouTube. And so when my sweet sister Leah said this to me, something clicked, and I just thank you so much, Leah. And also, Leah's an amazing intuitive consultant living there in Sedona, Arizona. You might want to reach out to her. She does great work, and I highly recommend her. But anyway, I'm deeply moved that I have been prompted to put this back on video, because it's such an amazing resonance and archetype for all of us. It's a formula for calling forth the beloved. And as personal as it is to me, I want to share it so that it might be a blessing to others who are calling forth the beloved. And in the opening, I say, I summon you as the personified nectar of Goddess at large, because I feel the importance of recognizing that even though she's flesh and blood and spirit just like me, and that she's in a body just like me, even though I don't know who she is or where she is, yet she's also the personification or the personified nectar of Goddess at large. Because every woman, every goddess has within her the totality of the Goddess at large, as every man has in him the totality of God at large. And so there's the calling forth of this wonderful being. As I said, in flesh, I know not who you are or where you are, yet I know that you are. And that's one of the beautiful things about calling forth the beloved, is that the reality of that relationship doesn't start when they show up in a body. There's a telepathic communion of mind and heart that is taking place, and I'm so grateful that I have been at resonance with this telepathic communion. And just in my book, I'm going to read it directly from here, because it kind of chronicles some of what I've went through with regards to this wonderful experience that I'm calling into being. And thank you so much for receiving this and being with me in this moment, because I'm so deeply moved by doing this, and so deeply moved by the fact that whoever she is and wherever she is, she can feel the resonance of that which I'm sending forth. I know she can feel me, just like I can feel her. So here I say, sometimes she has been as close to me as the dance of my breath. And sometimes I have held her in intangible embrace and wept in ecstasy all over myself. And I cannot count the times that I have cried sacred tears for this beloved woman and said to her, "My sweet woman goddess, I hunger for you and long to taste the nectar of your body and soul. And what sweet emptiness fills me, even when you're not here, even in your absence. At the center of my heart, I hear your spirit chanting so loudly that my emptiness wears a royal robe of fulfillment." And when we have that sacred longing for the beloved, it's really important to want it and to long for it in that way, so that there's not the expectation of desperation, and that there's the expectation of inspiration. You know, what sweet emptiness fills me when you're not here, and even in your absence. At the center of my heart, I hear your spirit chanting so loudly that my emptiness wears a royal robe of fulfillment. I want to model that for us, because I feel that that's the way that we are meant to call it forth, with dignity and with a great knowingness of the glory of who we are, and that it's not something that is absent or missing within me or within you. But when she comes forth, she'll be a grand mirrored reflection of something glorious that I already am and always will be and always have been. So she gives me the opportunity, when she shows up, to see this mirrored reflection of the most exalted something that I am. I want this woman in my life because she's a grand reflection of the highest essence within me. I want this woman to receive the gift of my body, my heart, my soul, and to honor through her the goddess absolute. And even though I don't know who she is or where she is, sometimes I send forth the passionate force, that passionate force of my God manhood, to empower her and to raise her up. And I can also feel the times when her woman goddesshood lifts me higher and reaches out and quickens my spirit. And this is a great lesson for us, beloveds, because relationship is not something that only exists at the physical level. And I'm so grateful that I can appreciate my relationship with her, even before the coming of her flesh. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing to have it be a reality, because it is a reality. And no, I don't have her physical presence here right now, but it won't be long. It's just like the little child that was doing things that children do, and the parents say, "Honey, what are you doing?" And the kid said, "I'm drawing a picture of God." Parents said, "Well, honey, nobody knows what God looks like." Kids said, "Well, they will in a minute." And that's how I feel. I will in a minute. She will in a minute. We will in a minute. You will in a minute. They will in a minute. And so today I'm in this great resonance of celebration, and I can feel this deep and powerful dance with her being. And that's why I say, wherever you are, I send you my love and my support, my wisdom, my peace of mind, my creative juice, my pulse of abundance, and my every empowerment. For I love who you are. And I know she receives that. Sweet goddess of mine, I have inhaled your essence. on the wings of my breath. Oh my God. And we have flown in the land of dreams. And to dream awake with me our togetherness in flesh and in sacred blood, that we may now express our shared life purpose, bringing ascension to all. And let us be the universe finding itself through our joining and loving itself through our joining. And that's the nature of relationship. It's the universe having a sacred dance with itself through the joining of the two. That's how it works. It's not just the two individuals, but it's the whole universe. So all of my sisters and all of my goddesses and queens and princesses, you receive this on a very personal level. Because whoever my goddess is, this goddess who I'm calling forth to show up in a body, she's also a cellular counterpart in every other goddess. As every other goddess is a cellular counterpart in her. This is some of the deeper meaning of the oneness of the wholeness. Not only is there oneness of wholeness of being, there's a oneness of wholeness of love, a oneness of wholeness of matedness. I mean, if you have a beautiful relationship and you're having a great dance, ask the Most High to take a counterpart of that energy and bless every other being in the whole of existence. I mean, it happens anyway, but when you intend it and when you invoke it, it becomes even that much more powerful. You know, let us be the universe keeping sacred company with itself and feeling safe with itself. When there's that true resonance of the dance with the beloved, there is this great feeling of safety. It's the universe feeling safe with itself through the joining. It's the universe keeping sacred company with itself through the joining. It's the universe honoring, empowering, enriching, and perfectly accepting itself through the joining. And the universe standing by itself in the face of any and everything through the joining. And I say to my beloved woman goddess that the ring of our bond is the circle of eternity, which has no ending. And we are the microcosm of the celestial marriage of God, Goddess, the macrocosm. You see, that's what our human dances mirror, the dance of God, Goddess, Absolute. Even unto the moment when God, Goddess, Absolute came together in celestial copulation and spat forth this universe into manifested being. You see, when we come into the full resonance of the relationship dance, we receive the harmonic convergence of the moment that the universe was created. We are the personification of the birth of the universe through the dance with the beloved. And I, the man God, with all the passion of heaven, call you forth, my woman goddess. Come swiftly unto me. Our time is now. And the universe has called our name. And I love you and dream you awake into my life with compassion dripping from heaven. Astarius Miraculii. So receive this model, beloveds, and create that relationship dance, because relationship is one of the most powerful ways in which we come into the resonant connection with God, Goddess Absolute. Because, you know, the relationship is also that which can produce life, create a baby. And all relationships of any type create magical children, manifest something. And then there is that joining that actually biologically gives birth to life, which is a microcosmic mirroring of the creation. And so I want to play my didgeridoo now and play this in honor of this beloved, wonderful goddess that I call forth. I know you can feel that too. And one sonic resonance deserves another. My goddess, I could feel that blowing her skirts up way beyond the sky. Life is so glorious. Life is a wonderful thing. Thank you all so much for receiving this and for giving me the space to give movement to this, because my soul very much was requiring to have this expression. I do so greatly appreciate all of this. And if you have curiosity of what I'm all about, other things that I'm about, you can access me through my website, Astarius.com. Also be sure and check out my other YouTube videos. I'm up to about, this is a 50-second one, I think, so be sure and partake of the inspirational things that are there, and pass this video along. I think it's a good message for all of us, and it's going to do some really great work in the world, and I'm so happy I had the presence of mind to bring it forward. I used to feel very personal about it, like, oh, nobody can really see this until she received it, and yet there's only one being who manifests in an infinite number of forms, and so there's never more than one. That's the cosmic joke of it all, and many of us, you know that truth, and all of us in the eternal scheme of things also know that truth. So my website is Astarius.com, Astarius.com. Number of CDs I have, and my book, Miraculii, Song of Ascension, which the whole letter to my goddess, as well as the comment on it, is all there, and other wonderful principles of ascension, wisdom, and so forth. So please partake of that. And in terms of private sessions, I'm a wonderful psychic astrologer, and I'd like to share more of that work with you. I mean, if you like me on YouTube, you'd really like doing some one-on-one work with me. And I do psychic astrology readings. I teach Reiki. I practice sonic Reiki, with Reiki combined with Didgeridoo and vocal harmonics. You know, and so you can partake of all of that, and I would love to have the opportunity to serve and empower you to a much greater extent. So if you have an interest in a personal session, you can access me through my number, 928-254-9535 in the US, and also you can access me, via the website, Astarius.com, and on Facebook, Astarius Miraculii. Astarius and Miraculii, Miraculii. So God knows there's a whole lot more on this particular subject, but I do believe that we've captured the essence of it, and I thank you so much for holding space for me to share this. And all is well in the kingdom of who we are. And it's time that we remember who we are, we remember where we're from, we remember what we're for, we remember where we're bound, we remember we're divine. What was lost we have now found. We remember, and we are walking on wings, riding the bliss ascension brings. Danusi Driamu Awaku, dance the dream away.